Damn, son, where'd you find this?
People don't be offended by the truth. They be offended because you called out the truth. Simple as that. They don't want to hear any other narrative that makes them look bad.
One thing I can't stand at this big grown age is somebody who act like cause and effect does not exist. Like, yes, your actions caused this outcome. Yes, what you did lit the match. Like, why are you surprised and playing victim?
Guys, Chico, they never lie.
That's how you know somebody doesn't respect you. They listen to reply, not to be understood. They cut you off. They minimize what actually matters to you. They laugh at your boundaries, and then they call you sensitive when you try to hold the line. They show up late, they cancel last minute, forget the things you've told them, because in their world, your time, your energy, even your voice aren't a priority. They're just an option. You see, there are two kinds of people. Those who adjust when they realize they've actually hurt you, and those who expect you to adjust so they don't have to change. You don't need to be disrespected loudly to be disrespected deeply. Sometimes you'll see it. It's just in their tone, in their patterns, in the silence after you're known. Respect isn't what they say when they're watching. It's how they act when they think you'll tolerate it.
Yo. What's going on, man? Good evening. How's everybody feeling? Glory, praise, and honor to the Most High. I hope you're doing good. I hope you're enjoying your weekend. Appreciate everybody that has been tapping in with me the last couple of weeks, the last couple of days, the last couple of minutes. It doesn't go unnoticed. Trust me. Shout out to my poets, my writers, my content creators, all of you lovely people that's been a part of the open mics. I thank you. This little old tigger here. I love hanging out with y'all. I love the vibe. You know how we get down up here every Friday. Let's get it in again next week. You see the title. And I just want to share my thoughts. See, there's two types of women out here. This one right here, she's very neutral, and I love that. I appreciate that about humans in general, where you can have a conversation with them. They can be chastised, they can be challenged, and it doesn't turn into this indistinguishable back and forth to prove one's dominance over the other. One is more right than the other. We really are just here to try to get to the bottom of our issues, which is being unappreciated. That's what this is all about. Not really being valued for who we are in the other person. Unfortunately, we keep on creating all of these extra hurdles, which prohibits us from really getting to the core problem. So what I would like to do is give my flowers to the men and women who shared their thoughts fearless. They're brave. They use their platforms and they speak about things that they notice in friend groups, in business, just on social media. They just say what they feel without no recourse. They're not trying to prove nothing to nobody. So I just wanted to give her flowers tonight, and I wanted to elaborate a little bit more on what she said. So with that being said, I'm going to bring this up on a big screen, and we're going to chop it up tonight. Let's have a nice little powwow here. I'm gonna let her cook, and then I'm gonna spin back on this. Roll of footage. Let's roll of footage. Hold on a minute.
Call me a pick-me, I don't give a fuck. But who died and told you bitches that you was the prize? Because I'm sorry to tell you, you're not. And it's not to say that you couldn't be a prize, but you bitches ain't nothing to win. 95% of the population of black women want to be a baddie, and I'm just confused on why the fuck you want to be a baddie. Natalie Nunn corrupted you bitches to think that a baddie is a boss, and with that, you can treat anybody how the fuck you want to because you take care of the bills and pay for everything. You a grown-ass adult. You supposed to be taking care of yourself and handling everything. I don't think you need help with that. Because if you can't do that basic ass shit and take care of yourself, what the fuck is your purpose of living? You might as well just call it quits right now. Y'all be wanting some type of acknowledgement or reward or a fucking cookie for some shit that you're supposed to be doing for yourself already as an adult. What the fuck do y'all be talking about? Don't no man want to be with no baddie, aka a boss? I feel like baddies are the new masculine bitches. A baddie is a bitch who never had a father. A baddie is a bitch who don't respect authority and don't have any respect for any man. And that's what y'all idolize? Explains a lot. It's just really sad to see that everybody think that everything is about money. Everything is about what people say on the internet and how people look at you and your image and all these things. When ultimately it's, what does your spirit look like? What is your character like? I'm the type of woman that I won't be with a man who can't teach me shit, and I wouldn't want to be with him if I can't teach him shit. I also am the type of woman that understands with relationships you have to contribute, and you bitches don't be willing to contribute shit. Y'all don't want to pay a fucking bill. Y'all don't want to be responsible for shit. Y'all barely want to take care of your fucking kids or the kids that y'all have together if you have any. And then y'all don't take care of yourselves or the man. He just supposed to stay because you got coochie or because he love you or because y'all been together so long? No. Then it's like, why be with somebody if you're not willing to contribute? You don't want to do anything that's conducive to building y'all future. You don't want to do anything but create a detriment to y'all future. I'm sorry to tell you this, but men are tired of settling for that shit, okay? Like, how do you bitches expect to get what you deserve and what you need and want, and you refuse to reciprocate? I keep saying this. You bitches are not helpmates. You're cellmates. If that's truly what men wanted, to be honest, they would all be gay. I mean, let's just be real here. If niggas wanted masculine bitches, they would be with niggas. Like, what are we talking about? Y'all claim yourselves as independent women. Bosses, baddies. Y'all some saddies that need daddies. Call me a pick-me.
You know, if the internet wasn't so transparent with the thirst and with the abundance of people who desire attention and validation, if it wasn't for this right here, you wouldn't believe half the shit that she said. And you would think that she was just making this up, or she had an agenda, or she was just being negative or bitter towards her own gender. Like, you would think that she actually hates women because what she's saying sounds so asinine. And like, who really wants to sit here and honestly believe that essentially you're looking at men as wallets? Or who wants to be honest and say the dating market is crap? The quality of men and women are crap. People are not showing up. We're checking out. we don't care anymore. We're at the point that where you see me as, okay, what can I get out of you? All right, cool. I'm gonna go somewhere else. Or if you want to play this game, I'm gonna play this game right along with you. Cool, gotcha. We just gonna be this in and out thing, this one night stand thing. I'm gonna get mine. I'll throw you a couple hundred, couple thousand, and we keep it like that. Or you get around a group of dudes who don't know themselves, they don't love themselves, they don't have no type of self-worth, and so they will allow you to run all over them and do what you want to them. Nothing is what it used to be, and it's getting worse. It's getting worse. And I listen to her and I listen to other creators, and I can agree and disagree with things that I hear, but I do try to see the good in everything. Like I don't just sit here and condemn every single point of view and opinion because I don't like it. Because I really believe that you can get something out of everything. It doesn't really matter if you are locked into it or not. There's something that you can learn from everything. And I would pose the question, where's the lie? Where's the lie? You got what you wanted, right? You want to make your own money. You don't want to be dependent on men to take care of you just in case a relationship goes sour. You want to be able to come and go as you please. You don't want to be told what to do. So you escape the proverbial matrix, the one where everybody says that you're a slave if you are under the guise of the man, because the man for decades and generations ran everything. You didn't have a choice. Your grandparents didn't have a choice. They had to stay with the husband. They had to stay there because they weren't allowed to work and all that bullshit you heard. So the world system created an opportunity for you to go out here and work the 9 to 5s, to sit in the office, to walk the runway. Sex work. You want to call it art though. OnlyFans, brothels, magazine covers, Instagram models, influencers. You know how many apps have been created for you to it allows you free range to shake and show your ass to whoever you want as long as they pay a subscription to it. As soon as you hit 18 years old, if you want to do it, you can do it. You've been given exactly what you asked for. And in the process, you said, yes, finally. Finally, I don't have to listen to another nigga. I don't have to listen to you. I can do what the hell I want. You don't own me. You can't control me. Because that's what they told you, right? They told you that we were slave masters. Sent to keep you in chains while we drive around in horse and carriages and buggies while you pillage the land and you give us offspring. That's what you thought, right? That's what they said. Nobody taught you right. History has been distorted completely. Has everybody thinking one way when it's something completely different. You now think that we are inconveniences instead of complementary to you. The roles that were keeping society in a great space has turned into a demolition. Everybody is looking at it like we are the enemies, we are the problems. We are just here to get you knocked up and then do as we please and go on to the next. No one is promoting sex the way that we promote sex. Nobody is talking about love and healthy relationships in marriage no more. No one is talking about courting properly, vetting properly, being protected, wearing condoms, using contraceptions. No one is talking about how to have conversations of substance. No one is talking about how to resolve your issues within that household. No one is telling you to stay with a person when things go rough. Nope. Everybody is saying give up, walk away. This is too much. You can't handle it. You are better than this. You are better and bigger than the program because you are a 2, but you think that you are a 9 or a 10, and this person makes 20,000, 30,000 a year. Our whole life is turning into a laughapalooza, a social media experiment. A bunch of men and women on a hamster wheel in the middle of a laboratory being observed by the creators of the poison we inject inside of our subconscious on a daily basis. These terms like baddie and hot girl summer, all those translations are hidden terms that basically mean that you are going to be rambunctious out in the street, giving away what God gave you as a precious gift. Feminism, modern day feminism, and this modern system that we are operating under has designed it this way so that you will be the prototypes and replacements for the male gaze. You are the new men. You are the new men. Oh, that's all it comes down to. They're teaching you how to be men so that you don't need men. And if you don't need men, you can't procreate. And if you do procreate, then guess what? You so screwed up in the head, you don't know that you're about to raise a generation of failed parents, failed students, failed scientists. There's going to be a bunch of kids that grow up. They will never live up to their full potential because they're going to grow up under a program that you were lied to about, and they're going to follow your steps. So you grow up thinking that just being out here fucking around and opening your legs to 20 different people in a month and a year is okay. And then I get chastised and kicked off of social media, or I get flagged, or I get in trouble for saying that's not it. That's not right. That's dirty. What the fuck is wrong with you? No, I get in trouble for it. When men and women step in and they try to correct or put structure where it needs to be at, and then everybody else is saying, nah, we don't want structure. We don't need it. How dare you? How dare you tell us that we need to honor the Bible? How dare you tell us we need to dress modestly? How dare you tell us we need to listen to authority? How dare you tell us that we are supposed to be united and under one accord? How dare you tell me how to raise my kids? But your kids is out here robbing people and getting shot. Your kids is out here doing pranks, pulling pranks, and getting shot. Your kids are out here having sex younger than you were when you were having sex. Talk about that. Baddies. What is a baddie? What is it? You realize that a lot of these women that y'all idolize and y'all listen to, they don't give a shit about you. They don't know you. You know, you do know that they're just there to make money off of you, right? All these little cool catchphrases, they put them on t-shirts and they put them on hats. You do know that's just to make money, right? To keep you single, to distort your perception of what a healthy man looks like that operates on purpose. He's not distracted by booty. He's not distracted by opinions. He's not distracted by the streets. He does not bend and bow down to gossip and false idolizing and false prophecy. He stands for something. These women, not all of them, but a large number of them, and you know the ones that I speak of, because this conversation has been going on for years and years and years and years and years. Where was this woman lying at? At what point did she say a fucking lie? Y'all having kids with people that you don't even want to marry, or you having kids with people that you misread because your intuition is shit, and the only reason your intuition is garbage is because you didn't hone it, you didn't mold and craft it properly. Nobody helped you put them pieces together good enough for you to know the difference between a piece of shit and somebody who was actually going somewhere. All these labels, they mean nothing. They're just there to make you feel good about poor behavior. That's it. So if you want to run the street because you're so accustomed to men being able to do it, or you feel like, oh, I'm being slighted because men can go out here and sleep around and it's okay, then I should be able to do it. That's what you really think. You really feel like you should, but the whole time it's not attractive either way. All of it is sin. Nobody should really be having sex until they're married. That's the unpopular part. It is. Nobody really should be right now. If you have a kid, you're supposed to already have a ring on your finger. And you're supposed to be with the man that you love. And he's supposed to be with the woman that honors him. And you're supposed to be cohesive and equally yoked. That's not what we got at all. But let social media tell you, and let Share 7, Vivica Fox, Lisa Ray, let all these celebrities with blue checks tell you otherwise. It is what it is. But you and I both know that you fucked up just like he did, and you got to deal with the consequences in them decisions. You calling yourself a baddie? Y'all calling yourself all of these great terms, but you don't know what a woman is. What's a woman? Tell me what a woman is.
Look at this dumb motherfucker.
How does a woman walk? How does a woman talk? How does a woman carry herself in public? Communicate with other women? How does a woman uplift other women? What does a woman of God looks like? You be talking about the baddie thing and this, that, and the third. What does a woman of God look like? Is a woman of God a baddie? What does a woman look like that is healed, that knows how to be nurturing, soft-spoken, knows how to fall back, be a helpmate? What does that look like? Start a episode of that. Let's get a show of what women look like being helpmates. Let's do that. We know you got the money. We know you can work. Tell me what it looks like when it comes to being in a relationship, being a friend, an accountability partner, respecting other people's boundaries outside of yours. Show me the money. Show me the money.
Oh, son of a bitch.
I need to know these answers. Your daughters are not looking and seeing those examples. You spend 24 hours damn near of your day half dressed. You tattooed your body all up because the pain and the trauma of Rob and Aaron and Chad, they beat your box up, mentally destroyed and obliterated you mentally. The tattoos, those tattoos symbolize the numbing of pain that you endured from fucking around with so many different lost souls. Oh, let's testify. You got them tattoos because the pain was too much to endure. So instead of crying and feeling that heartache, you got them tattoos in some of the most painful spots, so that while they putting that needle and that ink in your skin, you could be distracted by that versus being distracted by the fact that your mental is absolutely destroyed. Your mind is destroyed. Your soul is destroyed. Your spirit is broken. You angry at your mom and dad. You angry at every single man that you lay down with. You feel dumb. You hate that people didn't tell you the truth. You hate that you're stubborn. You hate that you're hard-headed. You hate that you're rebellious. You hate that you don't know how to listen. You hate yourself for not being obedient. You hate yourself for listening to people who have lives that are not even the true reflections of what they say they are. A baddie, my nigga, a baddie. A baddie, and you out here getting trains ran on you by celebrities and rappers. A baddie, you out here getting your whole back blown out by Chris Brown, and Chris Brown ain't loving you. Chris Brown ain't taking you home to mama. And when I say Chris Brown, I'm not just talking about the actual singer. I'm talking about the guys who represent that characteristic. And y'all be getting big headed. See, what you really doing is you supplementing. You sleeping with all of these dudes to make yourself feel better for the lack there is inside of you, because you only get and draw your true strength from knowing that someone of that type of importance is acknowledging you. You feed off of men who are weak and broken. You feed off of men who are successful, but you yourself, even if you are successful, you're just as lost. But pride won't allow you. Pride won't allow you to admit it. You will be 65 years old, 60 years old with a deformed BBL that is melting down the side of your leg, and still you'll still testify to the ends of the earth that you are a baddie, that you won't settle for a regular guy. But the truth of the matter is, wealthy, average, don't matter. That's not why. You can't meet him where he requires you. Anybody who is operating in a healthy space, they not dealing with no toxic stuff. They're not. Who do you know in your circle that's about to invite discord into their life? You got all this great stuff going on, all this motion. You're not just wasting time. You ain't playing out here. You're saving money. You're investing. You're doing great business. You're building relationships with people who are, their minds is on success. Their minds is on leveling up. They don't have time to be playing around with the jokesters and the people in the back of the classroom shooting spitballs at the front of the class. They don't have time for you no more. Life is too short. You have to make and do and create while you can, while you are here. Nobody with a right state of mind is going to keep on lingering around somebody who don't love themselves enough to take care of themselves. And all they are good for is bringing everybody down with them. Nobody is doing it. You hide behind these terms and phrases because you think that you can live and mimic what you truly are envious of. You envious of the benefits that you think men have, but you don't understand the hell and anointing that comes with being that type of guy that created you. Congratulations, you're a millionaire. You own 5 properties, but you can't keep a guy. You can't keep a man. Oh, I don't need a man. I don't need no man. I don't need no man. All right. Okay. You keep telling yourself that. I don't need them. I want them. Right. Sure you don't. We know what happened. Everybody here done been through some type of trauma. Some people have never addressed it. And that's why you keep on having glimpses and pieces of those memories come back to haunt you in the future. It shows in your character. It shows in how you be moving and flinching and talking to people. You still get triggered by some shit that happened to you in your childhood, or when you was in high school, or when you was in graduate school, or when you was in that car, or yeah. We know. High girl summer, all that. How the hell can somebody tell you it's okay to have a whole phase? And how can someone say they love you and they're your friend and tell you to go out here and sleep with every single guy that you find attractive. You only live once. Yeah. They care about you. They support you. That's what you call lifting someone up. Is that what you call uplifting? You literally be hanging around women who cheerlead for you. They'll lie for you. Y'all be in whole relationships. They'll tell you to go on a girls' trip. They'll take you on a girls' trip and then have you sleep with somebody on a girls' trip and then cover up for you. Or they'll fuck around and snitch on you because they envious and jealous of you. That's love. Is it really love to have women in these platforms with all of these millions and millions of people following, telling you that you should not need a man, you don't need him for this, and he ain't this and he ain't that? It's one thing to talk specifically about a group of individuals who don't do what they're supposed to do. It's different when you put and project that same attitude on an entire race of men and say all men is this, or you try to be real biased with it and say, well, shit, if they don't make this and they don't make that, damn, you trying to segregate me? Damn, I ain't nobody. I ain't nobody because I don't make $2 million, $3 million a year. So that means I don't know how to love and protect. That means I don't know how to raise children. That means I don't know how to talk to my woman. That means I don't know how to cover her. That means I don't know how to give good advice. That means I'm bad at what? That's your version of an idol. That's who you go to for your information. That's who you talk to about how to save and salvage your relationships and how to heal and how to find yourself someone who is incapable of being honest. Just say there's good men and there's bad men. All good men don't make $250,000 a year. All bad men don't make $250,000 a year. Why don't you just be fucking honest about what we looking at? Call women out for their bullshit. Tell these women that we don't really like you. And then like the shit that be bothering me the most is you say you prefer to be around nothing but men, but you will be the same ones in all of these comment sections arguing against men. You hate men in the comment sections. You love men in your personal circle. So like, what is it? You hate men? You hate men that you can't control? Or is it that you hate men that you actually are attracted to and you can't measure up to that? Or is it that you hate men that you know you're not supposed to be attracted to, and they're the ones that's usually the ones that get you off? You don't like it because you know that they ain't really good for you, and you just can't stand the fact that you like that. Like, what is it? And then on top of that, you don't, so you don't want everybody for themselves in them comment section. Y'all tag team, yes girl, yes queen, all that. Even when the motherfucker be wrong, even when she be wrong, yes queen, but y'all don't want to be around them in the public. You're not being honest, and that's the problem. It's unhealthy. Now the system is broke. People trying to restore order or trying to make some sense of it. And instead of contributing to it and adding to it, hey, I think you have a point there. I don't really necessarily agree with everything, but I'm willing to hear you out. I want to know what it is that is happening here. Maybe I'm really a part of this and I need to really sit back, go into a quiet space, some isolation, and figure out if I am contributing to the issues that we are arguing about right now, or maybe it's something else. Just maybe, just maybe. You don't even want to do that. Like the idea of being wrong, nobody wants to be wrong. Nobody wants to be corrected. I don't have nothing against you, ma'am. Your decisions and how you decide to move and what you decide to invest in is completely on you. But because I was raised a certain way, I need you to understand that whether or not you see me as a viable candidate or not, I'm judging you based off of character, personality, spirituality, how you think, how you move. It's no different than how y'all judge, even though all of us, we're not perfect. Our discernment is not A1. But if you've been working on yourself, you're not about to sit up here and mess around with folks that decide that they want to still be in the world. A lot of y'all just want to be in the world. That's all this is. And I mean, it's cool. Do you. Okay? Not stopping you. But you do know what comes with living in the world and for the world. It's not pretty. It's ugly as fuck. You know it. I know it. The world don't love nobody. The world is not your friend or mine. Satan don't care if you're a man, woman, or child. He will use you just like he will use the next person. And like it's crazy to think that you're immune. Why do people who got money think that they're immune? Why do people think because you got a bunch of men in your private DMs, or you have a bunch of yes men or a bunch of yes women around you, why do you just think that you're just protected, or you got like this plot armor around you that protects you from getting your heart broke, or going bankrupt, or going homeless, or getting embarrassed, or humiliated, or getting humbled? Like it only happens to poor people. Only poor people suffer. Only poor people or regular 9-to-5ers go through heartache, or go through situations with cheaters and liars, and y'all just protected in this Homer Simpson bubble. It's crazy. It don't make no sense. A person, look, I get criticized about all type of shit every single day. I don't take offense to it because a lot of times some of that shit is true. I can admit to it, and I'll own up to it, and I'll try to make adjustments if I need to. Some of you women, y'all can't do it. You hate it. You can't stand it. It's like waking up out the middle of the night. You got to go take a piss. You moving around in the dark, and as soon as you turn that light on, you can't stand it. You can't stand hearing that shit. But everybody's trying to grow. Everybody's trying to be a better version of themselves, unless you would prefer to be stagnant. And you're so what's the word? Codependent on your personal ideologies that you're afraid to think outside of the box and explore other avenues and options that you would rather stay nestled within that core that you are so used to. And that's why anything that is not of convenience to you bothers you. Ask me how I know. That comfort zone, man, that comfort zone will have you 80 years old wishing that you would have done what you said you wanted to do when you was 25. That comfort zone will make you wish you would have cut her off. It will make you wish you would have never opened your legs. It will make you wish you would have stopped lying to yourself. You can lie to me. You can lie to the rest of the world all you want. That's cool. Don't sit up here and tell me you don't want a husband, you don't want to be a married woman and this, that, and the third. Just be honest. Be honest. You were raised to hate men. You were raised to like women. You were raised to be like a man. You were lied to. This is how I was taught. Just say that. Just say that. Dancing around questions. You can't be direct. Even though you say you communicate better than men, you have the emotional intelligence that we lack. Until we ask you logical questions and then you try to deflect and turn it into an entirely different conversation. No. A baddie is nothing. Men don't want baddies. Men want women. Okay? Men want women. Straight up. It's nothing else to it. I don't know what's so hard about that. Solid brothers want women who know God. Solid brothers want women who know how to present and represent her and him out in public and when they're in the house. Solid brothers know how to love their women properly. Solid brothers do not have the conversations that we have on social media every day. Solid brothers and their women are not on social media every day. Solid brothers do not have to go down this rabbit hole. Their women satisfied. Good. Those brothers, they're married. They've been married. They go through shit and they keep it private. They don't come to social media and talk about how their friends is this and this. They don't gossip. They keep their private life to themselves. Solid men and solid women don't have to talk about things like this. And the thing that's really trippy about it is if you get a solid man or a woman who gets on social media and they tell you what's going on and how it's looking, you will combat and have all types of smoke for them, call them pick-me's and this ain't the same times and this, that, and the third. Why are you arguing with someone who has more wisdom than you? Or why do you find it so difficult to grasp the fact that maybe you just don't know every fucking thing? Maybe you just don't know the keys to life. Nobody knows the keys to the, like, you can't just sit up here and tell me you know you're going to wake up tomorrow. You don't know that. You don't know if you're going to have those millions of dollars tomorrow or that business tomorrow. All you know is you got it right now. People too arrogant too stuck in their own ways and too comfortable. A baddie is no. And I don't know if it's because you just think all men act like the type that you're accustomed to. Do you know how many athletes, football players, and basketball players, and you know right what I'm talking about? You see the stories. You see fucking Oche Cinco, Shannon Sharp, all these different names. You see them always in stories. They always in trouble for some shit. They always in trouble for something, and they got money. So if it can happen to them, what makes you think is I'm sitting back looking at them like, how the hell did you end up in this? Y'all niggas is supposed to be 20, 30 years in the game with your wife. Why the hell are you out here messing around with this shit? Ain't nothing out here. Ain't nothing out here in these streets. Bunch of passive aggression, bunch of arrogant, snobby, snooty people that shouldn't be snotty at all. Thinking they bigger than the program. Why? Because men with low self-esteem, they're giving people too much of something that they don't deserve. Did they earn it? Did they work for it? Do these men or these women work or earn that title or that position in your life? I'm not even trying to throw shade. I'm being realistic because it's no different than all of these critiques that women have on men all day, every day. Do these women, and I'm talking to these dudes that be spending all their money on OnlyFans and this, that, do these women pour into you? Do these women earn all of that? Do they really give you what, you know what? Maybe they do. That orgasm. Maybe it's just that 5 minutes of attention. Maybe that's all you require. But I don't believe that. I don't believe that. You want love. You want somebody to warm up that bed with you at night. You don't want to settle for no fucking half-ass relationship, fake relationship. You don't want to settle for a woman behind a screen. You ain't trying to pay $9.99 a month just to be getting your stuff off to some fucking video. You want somebody next to you, my nigga. You don't want to keep on being friend zone with these people, but you too scared. You're too scared to walk away from it. Instead of working on yourself. Work on yourself, then you'll get to a place where you would meet the person that you need to. Because guess what? Women have a million things that they require of men, but they don't want to pour back into the man with the same level of reciprocity. And that's where the issue is. Baddies. All I hear when I hear that word is you got a bad attitude, you bossy, you don't contribute, you're expensive, you're a liability, you start problems, you don't know how to communicate, you make it difficult to be around. My friends and my family probably not going to get along with you. You're not humble. You don't like to get dirty. You're superficial. When I think of the word baddie, I think, oh, you're easily triggered. You get bored quick. You need to have consistent dopamine. You don't like routine. You don't like structure. The second it gets boring, the relationship is over. You like challenge. You like to compete. You don't like to be told no. Oh, the list can go on and on and on and on. When I hear the word baddie, and that's just me personally, when I hear the word baddie, hot girl, summer, when I hear it's like when I hear certain keywords and I notice that you listen to a certain person, tells me everything I need to know. Because guess what? A lot of people, they do not have a mind of their own. You don't. You being led by somebody else. They dictate your day. They tell you what to eat in the morning and what to eat at night. They tell you how to exercise. They tell you how to get your guy. They tell you how to flirt. They're your drill sergeants. A lot of women don't have a mind of their own. And then when a woman steps in and they say the complete opposite of what you are accustomed to hearing, then guess what? You call them a pick me. They sucking up. Well, so I mean, let me ask the question: what is wrong with a man wanting to be loved? What's the issue with a man receiving anything? Like, I really want to know. We bleed, break bones, die. Our bodies give out on us. Most of us don't even get to enjoy retirement. Most of us spend the rest of our life just working. And if we do get to retire, we don't have the same physical presence to live like everybody else because we spent most of our life trying to take care of everybody else. But you telling me it's an issue when we ask for 2 or 3 simple things from the person that we decided to give our life to. Baddie. Nah, that ain't it. It shouldn't even be a trend at all. Natalie Nunn lied to y'all. Ice Spice lied to you. Sexy Red, industry plant. Megan Thee Stallion, industry plants. Ain't none of them role models. None of them. None. Probably got a few female friends in your circle right now that's envious of you. Uh-huh. You probably don't think they are, but they probably are. They probably want your guy and everything. If you have one. Your man probably done told you. You ain't listening. Baddies keep secrets. They don't snitch on each other when they do wrong. They don't hold each other accountable when they do wrong. I hate the word. I don't know about no other guy. I know there's a few. I don't want to deal with a masculine woman. I don't want it. I reject it. I rebuke it in the name of Jesus. Period. I don't need the bushwhackers laying next to me. I don't want Hulk Hogan laying next to me. Sorry. Rest in peace. That's not how we were designed. That shit is unnatural. Women dressing like men, wearing strap-ons, all that shit. Ain't none of that natural. Y'all crazy. And I'm gonna say this before I leave and close out. I ain't knocking you making your own bread. Make your own money. But make sure that you know your audience. Make sure that you know what type of man you getting with as you climb that ladder. Men and women in 2026, we ain't seeing eye to eye at all. Because it come off as if women want exactly what men want. It's not the case. Men and women come to each other for different reasons. Shout outs, brother. I appreciate the love, man. Men and women, we are supposed to complement each other for various reasons. They've been ruining the ecosystem. The social ecosystem is destroyed. My apologies. My apologies. But like real talk. I loved my women. We got to stop throwing shade at each other, man. Like we got to really work this stuff out. We really do, because I'm over this back and forth. It's not really getting nobody nowhere. All it's doing is making one party check out because of certain habits of the other person. We need healing. We need solutions. We need to listen more. No more of this competing. Why are you competing with me? I'm not here to compete with you, ma'am. I'm not talking about you specifically. I'm just saying I'm not here to compete with nobody. I want to see everybody better. I want to see you with who you want to be with, and vice versa. Friendships and all. We're not going to get there if we holding on grudges, if we keep on letting people in our head telling us, put it this way. Honestly, in order for us to really get anywhere with these conversations, there's going to have to be some transparency. We have to have transparency. We have to be honest. If it hurt my feelings, cool. Tell me the truth anyway. I need to be corrected. I need to know what I'm doing. I'm just saying in general, that's where we need to be at. Because if I don't know what I'm doing, I'm gonna keep doing the same things over and over and over again. Well, in this particular case, what I'm talking about, I'm referring to this concept that we want the same things in a relationship, where it's like, matter of fact, scratch that. The video that I played was basically about a specific group, not you or not all women, but a specific group of women who come into an abundance of finances. They put in the work, to get the house, the cars, all that. Cool. But in other aspects, when it comes to mating, when it comes to courtship and putting their time and attention on developing different skill sets in a relationship, you don't know what the hell you are doing, or you just don't care because you reached a certain level in your life. You don't think that you need the other party anymore. We're obsolete at this point because it's either that or you're brought up to believe that you don't need to pour into a man because men are solely supposed to just give to everybody else. We're just supposed to die for you, go into house fires, save people from burning cars, jump in front of bullets, jump in the water, even if we don't know how to swim, climb the highest scaffolds to fix buildings and windows and get the power back on when the storms hit. We just supposed to know when your anniversary is. We're supposed to know your love language, what to do on Valentine's Day. We're supposed to know your blood type. We're supposed to know how to do everything outside of the world, come home and then still do everything when we get in the house. We're supposed to know how you feel when we communicate. We're supposed to know when you fluctuate between your cycle and all, like, but then when it comes to the man, y'all don't know. Y'all don't give a shit. You don't care. It's like, figure it out. That's what I'm talking about. That's what this was all about. Yeah, the laundry list. The laundry list. It's just like shit. From a minute the man is born, he gotta know he knows he gotta go to work. He know he gotta have a job. He know he gotta have money. He know he gotta stay clean. He know he gotta keep the beard. He know he gotta be in the gym. He know he gotta be a certain height. He know he disqualified if he's short. He knows all this stuff. He knows he has to do all of it because society and social media has programmed him that. But when it comes to specific women, they're not taught to pour into the man. Let's just be honest. And we are. The problem is we don't treat each other like that. We don't. And there's nothing wrong with staying in shape. That shows a level of discipline. That shows that you care about yourself. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Like, it's one thing to take care of yourself. Cool. Pay your bills, wash your ass, wash your clothes, make sure the house is kept. Especially if you're single. If you by yourself, that's mandatory. You already supposed to do that. But when you bring other people into your life, you can't just think about you anymore. I'm not your roommate. We here together. We trying to blend and build together. You can't just think about just you and that's it. But look, I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it at all. I think, and I do want to say, for the record too, to anybody, especially in this situation, you are truly blessed. It takes a level of strength. It takes a certain mindset to do what you're doing and to do what a lot of women are doing out here. I will never take away from anybody who makes lemons or turns them into lemonade. If you found a way to keep yourself in shape, take care of your kids, take care of your home, you ain't been mentally destroyed by life, because a lot of people let the world just obliterate their mind, man. Like they be shells of their former self. You don't even recognize them no more. They don't even know who they are anymore. Too many different experiences in life just changed them for the worse. And if you find a way to do what you got to do for you and yours, and life didn't turn you into a bitter person, and you can still love unconditionally, and you can still be welcoming and opening and unbiased and still be neutral and all that good stuff, I say shout outs to anybody in that space. I'm just referring to these selfish, broken, unhealed people pretending like they ain't broken and unhealed. Got flaunting and showing off because you got the cars and you got this, that, and the third, but you're still unhappy. I can't remember if it was SZA. It was either SZA or somebody else. They talking about they okay with being a side chick. But it wasn't, I don't think it was SZA. It was one of them though. She said she okay with being a side chick. Ma'am, ain't you a millionaire? You telling me you would rather be on that's a whole nother thing. Not gonna do that. Nah, the baddie stuff, stop it. Stop it with the baddie shit. Men need love too. Men want affection too. Men want to know they're appreciated too. Men want to know that they ain't doing all of this for nothing too. Men want to be seen too. We ain't gonna scream at you. We're not gonna argue with you. We're not about to we're not doing that. We get up, wash our ass, go out, do what we gotta do, come home. We want to see it. We want to feel it. We want to know it. Like if you're not gonna do, and just like she said, if you're not gonna do it, just stay single. There's no point of even trying to be in no situation like that. Just have an arrangement. Just have an arrangement where you can get yours, he can get his. There's no commitment. Nobody catches feelings, and it's transactional. Because that's where we at right now. Everything is transactional. And that's the problem. That's the problem. Now, I said this earlier. What happened? We go out here at a young age and we want to have fun. We want to sleep around with whoever we want. Make all these poor decisions. You sleep with this man knowing damn well that he was not husband material, but you were attracted to him, so you still slept with him anyway. You regret it. You pissed off. Who cares? Boo-hoo. Nobody feels sorry for you. You still keep on repeating the same cycles over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. In order for you to feel good about your poor decisions and choices, you start claiming terms like baddies and I'm a bad bee and this, that, and the third, so that you can mask the fact that yeah, you are, but not for the reasons that you're trying to make it look like. No. You're really mad at your family. You're mad at your friends for lying to you. You're mad that you didn't value your body enough to develop properly so that you could actually be with the guy that was designed specifically for you. Now you have a whole bunch of luggage that you don't know how or what to do with, and you angry at everybody else. I don't got nothing to do with that. Shit, I got my own stuff I gotta fix. I'm not gonna be irresponsible and go out here and start trying to mess and bring others into my stuff. Why would I do that? Both men and women. Nobody is supposed to be having sex until they're married. We were never supposed to be having intercourse until we were married. I'm not putting it all on. This is both. We were supposed to wait until we were married, and there's a reason for that. The reason you were supposed to wait until marriage is so that you don't end up in this situation. We wouldn't have these conversations if men weren't chasing ass and women weren't falling for the bullshit. It take two to get in this. You don't open your legs to a man who doesn't nurture and take care of you like your father would. You don't take care of a woman or enter a woman's womb if you don't see her as a wife. If she does not qualify as a wife, you don't allow this man into your womb if he does not show you that he's a leader, that he's a provider, that he's a king, that he knows God. You don't let a man, you get what I'm talking about. Both parties went out here and did what they did. We both got to take the L on this. I just don't like the fact that we don't talk enough about how these women who they cuss out and they try to highlight all the negativity in these men, the men that you're referring to, are the ones that make it harder for the good ones. But y'all don't fuck with the good ones. Y'all don't like the good ones. You're not attracted to the good ones. But you have an issue with the good ones because you wish the good ones could multitask being the asshole and the good guy. You want the good guy to be everything that the bad guy is. That's not how this works. The bad guy was raised the way he was raised, passed on from generations of other bullshit. You get a bunch of people that weren't taught right. A bunch of men and women who weren't taught right as kids how to love themselves, how to treat other people properly. And I'm still at this one right here because this, if you would have showed up at the beginning of the stream, you would understand why this conversation is happening the way it is. Because I don't speak on just women, you know what I'm saying? I put the blame on both sides. Shannon Sharpe wouldn't have been in the situation he was in if he wasn't a horny old man, and he would have just got married and had kids. Like, why are you? And like, you can spend your money how you want, but I don't know. I'm old. I'm old school. I've grown out of that. I used to be like that. I used to be like that. But life is short, and you can't keep on operating in that immature mindset. At some point, you gotta grow up. That lack of discipline is what got most of us in trouble. That's all it is. That lack of discipline. You'd be surprised at how many different conversations we have up here about accountability. Let me see something. You know what? I'm gonna do this just for y'all, because I normally don't, but I just want to give some clarity for why this conversation had to happen. And I'm a very slow talker. I don't like to just rush through my thought process. So I'm gonna bring this back up here one more time. I'm gonna let her cook again, so y'all can actually hear what this was about. It wasn't a man bashing women or nothing like that type of a conversation. This was actually a woman speaking on behalf of women. You know what I'm saying? So I prefer these type of conversations because I don't want it to come off like, oh, you just hate women, and you how dare you talk about them like that? You just don't, you sassy, and I don't want to hear all that. I don't do that. I'm not the only one that thinks this way. I'm not the only one that sees it. And it's not about bashing anyone. Hold on. Here it is, right here. Let me pause this, get this back up here real quick. I'll play it one more time, give my closing remarks. Shout out to the people in the building again. Much love. I appreciate this. I love these type of conversations thoroughly, because they're important. And we need to have that open line of communication without there being somebody trying to filter or make you feel small about this and that and the third. I don't like stuff like that at all. Everybody's opinion matters. So let me go ahead and let her cook real quick.
I don't give a fuck. But who died and told you bitches that you was the prize? Because I'm sorry to tell you, you're not. And it's not to say that you couldn't be a prize, but you bitches ain't nothing to win. 95% of the population of black women want to be a baddie, and I'm just confused on why the fuck you want to be a baddie. Natalie Nunn corrupted you bitches to think that a baddie is a boss, and with that, you can treat anybody how the fuck you want to because you take care of the bills and pay for everything. You a grown-ass adult. You supposed to be taking care of yourself and handling everything. I don't think you need help with that. Because if you can't do that basic ass shit and take care of yourself, what the fuck is your purpose of living? You might as well just call it quits right now. Y'all be wanting some type of acknowledgement or reward or a fucking cookie for some shit that you're supposed to be doing for yourself already as an adult. What the fuck do y'all be talking about? Don't no man want to be with no baddie, aka a boss? I feel like baddies are the new masculine bitches. A baddie is a bitch who never had a father. A baddie is a bitch who don't respect authority and don't have any respect for any man. And that's what y'all idolize? Explains a lot. It's just really sad to see that everybody think that everything is about money. Everything is about what people say on the internet and how people look at you and your image and all these things. When ultimately it's, what does your spirit look like? What is your character like? I'm the type of woman that I won't be with a man who can't teach me shit, and I wouldn't want to be with him if I can't teach him shit. I also am the type of woman that understands with relationships you have to contribute, and you bitches don't be willing to contribute shit. Y'all don't want to pay a fucking bill. Y'all don't want to be responsible for shit. Y'all barely want to take care of your fucking kids or the kids that y'all have together if you have any. And then y'all don't take care of yourselves or the man. He just supposed to stay because you got coochie or because he love you or because y'all been together so long? No. then it's like, why be with somebody if you're not willing to contribute? You don't want to do anything that's conducive to building y'all future. You don't want to do anything but create a detriment to y'all future. I'm sorry to tell you this, but men are tired of settling for that shit, okay? Like, how do you bitches expect to get what you deserve and what you need and want, and you refuse to reciprocate? I keep saying this. You bitches are not helpmates. You're cellmates. If that's truly what men wanted, to be honest, they would all be gay. I mean, let's just be real here. If niggas wanted masculine bitches, they would be with niggas. Like, what are we talking about? Y'all claim yourselves as independent women, bosses, baddies. Y'all some saddies that need daddies. Call me a...
And that's what this whole conversation was about. That's all it was about. See, she's speaking on a specific group. Y'all know who I'm talking about. If you on Instagram, Facebook, or any of these platforms, you've seen the conversations, and you've heard the retorts. The lingo, language, you've heard it before. That's what we were addressing here. Ain't no, and I'm gonna say this, ain't no self-respecting man about to pour or invest in somebody who is only about themselves. Am I lying? Are you saying that you don't see that? You don't see? I got the proof. I got plenty of videos up here. That's the beauty about the internet. People who want attention and validation, they telling themselves all the time they like to talk. Pleasure to meet you, Amy. Officially appreciate you for being here. I see these clips and I wonder, can these really be real people saying this stuff? I realize a lot of them are dead serious. And I've been doing this for 3 years, a little longer than that. I'm talking about like this right here. Yeah, there's a lot of people that think like that. Maybe not you, Tay, maybe not you, but there's a lot of people who move like that. She's exaggerating. You know, people don't really be accurate with those percentages. I say 70-80%, but I don't really think it's 70-80%. No, it's not that much. I know that. You know it. All of us know that. Yeah, run the tape back. Yeah, it's not that. What she was trying to say, I wasn't even talking about black women specifically. I was talking about the whole universe of women in general, from every group. I don't single out specific folks. But she was, I don't think she really believed that was 95%. And if she does, then I disagree with that part. But it is a nice little chunk. A nice little chunk. That's why I said shout out to the ones who really be doing what they should be, moving how they should be on both sides. The delivery be triggering everybody. No, I don't know why. But the delivery, like because of YouTube, I really be trying to watch my mouth, like, but I get it. And I don't think you have to curse every 5 seconds to get your point across. I try not to. We try not to over here. Yeah, yeah. My translation of it, I wanted to elaborate in deeper detail to what she was speaking on, because put it this way, with you, Tay, you respond differently to certain delivery. Everybody got certain things that they prefer, and I said that before on this show. Like, it's me on Saturdays, but during the week I got other people that is on this panel with me, and they have a different style, a different approach to how they communicate. I like diversity. I'm not the loud, aggressive, cussing. All that. I'm not that. I'm calm, chill. I like to take the scenic route when I speak on certain stuff. Coach is different. Sydney, she's different. Rob, different. This is about to be a whole new week of discussions. We're about to chop it up. But yeah, I understand your point. But you got to understand that there's people who relate to her and how she talks. It might not be your thing, but I'm going to actually read that as soon as I get off this live stream, because something is telling me I need to. Hebrews 3:13. I'm gonna hold that one. I'm gonna hold that one. Yeah, everybody got preferences. That's fine. I ain't knocking it. Whatever reaches the person. See, for me, and I'm gonna say this before I go. The only thing that I want to do is reach the audience, and if I can't do it, then somebody else here will be able to do it. The conversation is what matters. I don't care about nothing else other than accomplishing the goal, which was to figure out a solution to the problem and move forward from there. Hebrews 3:13. That's the one that that's what they. Yeah. That's what she said. Matter of fact, let me grab that right now. I'm about to get up out of here though. Oh, all right. I got you. I'm I'm about to get up out of here. I am going to read that like soon as I get up off here. But I do want to say thank you both. Thank everybody for being here tonight. I appreciate y'all. I love the responses, the engagement. It really helps make this solidified. Like, these are not just wasted words. We're trying to make a point. There are people who need to hear these discussions. This is the year for shift change. This is the year that we restore some order to these conversations, because they get messy on a lot of these platforms, and I don't want mess. I like order. But I'm about to get up out of here. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your evening, your Sunday and all that. We'll be back Monday. Fresh week, Lord willing. Got a whole new week of just amazing conversations lined up. So if you can join us, tap in, hit that bell. And I look forward to chopping it up with y'all again, Lord willing. Y'all be easy. I'm out. Peace.